Hey y'all, it's Queen Hilarity. I am a comedic Dom and humiliatrix and fairy kink mother based in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Well, do a silly dance for us. We like silly dances. These
Yeah.
worked for us earlier.
Welcome to the Elevate and Dominate podcast, where we dive deep into the world of dominance and submission, kink, and everything BDSM. I'm Goddess Arroya, here to challenge the myths, break down taboos, and empower you in your journey.
And I'm Mistress Odessa. We're here to educate, inform, and explore the truths of power exchange, consent, and the psychology behind kink. Because knowledge is the key to safe, fulfilling play.
And this is Orpheus Black. This isn't about play. It's about connection, growth, and understanding the deeper layers of dominance and submission. So whether you're a seasoned player or just beginning your journey, this is for you.
Let's elevate the conversation
And dominate the narrative.
Welcome
to Elevate and Dominate.
Greetings, lovely listeners.
Hey y'all, it's Queen Hilarity. I am a comedic Dom and humiliatrix and fairy kink mother based in New Orleans, Louisiana. I also won, here's the crown that I won. I won the pageant for DomCon in 2025 for doing some singing and dancing. And I just wanted to talk about how I incorporate humor into my kink life. I have a class that I'm teaching called Kink and Laughter Creative Memories Through Play. And it's pretty much all about how you can incorporate humor and improvisation and find a way to pretty much be human together and laugh and be vulnerable and intimate in ways that I feel like traditional, strict D and S dynamics sometimes don't have. So I like to incorporate play into my actual play. Um, One of my earliest memories was actually trampling somebody at recess, and I got in trouble. But now I can trample people for real and not get in trouble with my size 11 feet. And
Lift
then,
those up again. Let us see those.
woo!
Oh, yeah.
They're biggins. Um, and so after that, I learned more about consent and stuff, and I started working at a swingers club as a body painter. And that's where I got introduced to the dungeon and a lot of people in the lifestyle. And that's whenever I dove in, I started going to workshops and classes and attending DomCon. I think this was my sixth one, and making connections and community and having my first subs and pets. And now I have a slave. And I always make sure that I incorporate self care and fun into everything that I do because I try to be as authentic and have human on human connection as much as possible, because sometimes people think that it's just like the Dom, the subs down here, and it's like 50 shades of whatever the fuck. And it's actually more just like we are playing together and like let's be human together or take breaks from being humans but care about each other. So I make sure that in all my dynamics I do that. um and I also taught a class called One Size Does Not Fit All, and it was about male chastity cages. I taught that with Maid Rosie, and that was our second year doing this. And I also organized the cage exchange for that. So I got inspired by hermit crabs because whenever they outgrow their shell, they line up by size and then they trade their shells with each other. And so since so many people get cages and they get the wrong size because it's kind of hard to measure and you don't know what feels good or feels bad in a good way until you try it on. So these past 2 years, I've been able to get like 20 people, I think, new to them cages to try out. And people were able to give their old cages a new home. And so that feels really good to bring people together to connect on their like niche kink and be able to, start conversations that normally wouldn't happen. And same thing happens with my kink and laughter class. I was able to teach people by giving examples of different scenes I've done. I've dressed up as Edward Dildo Hands before and slapped people around and I dress up in costume. For this year, I dressed up as Captain Booty. I was a pirate. And last year, I dressed up as that character. I touched 74 butts and handed out business cards. And this year, I touched 110 butts and handed out business cards. So it was a great icebreaker, a great introduction to like who I am as a silly goose. And it was a great networking experience because I feel like if I was just being shy and trying to pretend like I was like this big bad Dom that's going to beat you up all the time and that you can't even break character with me, that this would be not the way that I want to represent myself. So DomCon has been a great place for me to be able to be myself and be celebrated. And especially during like winning the pageant yesterday made me feel really loved. And people have been sending me heartfelt letters that they've been writing, and people have been approaching me all weekend, thanking me for being me and inspiring them and realizing that they can be whatever type of Dom that they want to be. And so that was great. To feel so appreciated and loved, and being able to reach out to new people and introduce them to like, here's what kink can be. It doesn't have to be just this thing or this thing. It can also be this. Like, so many people were asking me how I identify. When I told them I'm a comedic Dom, they were just like, well, tell me more. Like, what does that mean? And I'm like, I'm silly. I'm a silly goose, but also I'll put you in your place and make sure that, you have a good time. So if we're doing dollification or sissification or worshiping me, like, we're going to laugh. I'm going to laugh more than you probably, but there's going to be laughter all around. And the witnesses also love to join in on the fun and the play. And I'm quite the instigator and creative person. So I've never run out of ideas for things to do and say and different ways of playing. So thank you for listening to me talk about me. There you go. We have a few seconds left.
Well, do a silly dance for us. We like silly dances.
Yeah.
He twerked for us earlier. Okay, there we go. More twerking. This is what I'm talking about. You gotta love being behind the camera.
Yay, we did it.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Elevate and Dominate podcast. We hope you enjoyed your time with us. Remember, the journey doesn't end here. Stay tuned every other week as we continue to unravel the mysteries of dominance and submission with a twist. Don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and share your thoughts using hashtag Elevate and DOMMENATE. Until next time, embrace your desires, explore the unknown, and always remember, power is meant to be shared.